What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another review. It's been a while. My voice was gone, way too sick for the last God knows how many days. Finally have a bit of my voice back, so here we go. We're gonna start with Reacher. Now, this one was really surprisingly good. It was not perfect. I do think the Jack Reacher movie, especially the first one with Tom Cruise, I did like the dark take on it, and I did like that at times that character kept quiet instead of actually saying like a one-liner. But overall, though, this version of Reacher is actually really badass. Now, it does have those situations where things would happen just for the sake of making the episode longer and just to have another episode and just to have another death that happens. But overall, though, still pretty badass. I gotta say, the first couple of episodes, though, Reacher kicks ass. There are some sequences you're like, man, this is gonna be good. And that's what really this show actually is weighted on, that character of Reacher. And it's played by Alan Richardson, and the dude is a monster. And they actually play into that, oh, he's so big, he's a monster, and he walks like it, and he walks the character. I've never read the books, and from what info I've gathered on the net, yes, I do know that the Tom Cruise version of the Reacher was not the character. But still, I do think Tom Cruise played that character really well. Here, though, there are times where you can tell what this character is and what they're going for. But then there are times it basically contradicts the character himself. For example, he's a really great detective, and he's a really great hand-to-hand combat soldier. He's also really great at guns. And then there are sequences where he's not gonna use his abilities all of a sudden. And it's like there are times he's beating the living hell out of people. And then there are times a person like half of his size is gonna beat the shit out of him. And you're like, it just the season kind of contradicts sometimes his own character, and it's not because of anything else. It's just, to me, it feels like that it's just kind of trying to prolong the episode. It's like, oh, he got hurt, what's gonna happen now? And it's trying to add that thing, but it never comes believable because you're like, nah, that dude ain't no way beating this giant. No way. And those sequences are the issue, at least to me. I think at times it just tries to make it into a great fight scene, but it never gets there. There's a sequence where he goes in for some silent kills, and at that point he uses a knife. And I'm like, okay, could use a silencer or so and a gun to do the job that way, but no. And I'm like, okay, all right, he probably doesn't like to use guns or so, but towards the end of the season, he really goes in with a gun and he's on point. So he has those skills, but there's always these sequences where he does not use those skills for the sake of just prologuing the episode or the season. Now, the supporting cast is actually really amazing. I do like the chemistry between everyone. The dialogue is really well written, and there are sequences where tension is really high, and you don't know how the situation is going to go and what trouble these characters are going to get in. And that is all well done. But there are also sequences where it's like stupidity goes to play. And I'm like, okay, now you're just doing things just because you want to add tension. But it comes more like stupidity, not really good tension. The season, though, overall is great. It's the kind of thing that you're like, okay, you want to watch it. And I binge watched it. I haven't binge watched the show in a while. I still haven't finished All of Us Are Dead, which is great, but somehow this show came in the middle of it, and I literally been watching it like a couple of days, and I was pretty happy with it. So overall, it's a great show with some kind of stupid decision and some things that they do just for the sake of like, oh, let's prolong the series and just make another episode out of it. But overall, this is something I think they can really improve on, but it has a great foundation and they can definitely do season 2, season 3, and so on, because this is something you want to watch. It has great action at times, and at times it could be improved, but that is something going forward they can definitely do better. But overall, I still give this one an 8 out of 10. It's a great show, a great take on Reacher, which, as I said, is more closer to the books, and great time. Great time. Great comedy too in there. Sometimes though, those one-liners and stuff go a bit too far and you're like, it's not needed, but still a great show to watch. So if you ever rewatched it, what did you think about it? And if you have not, go watch it. But yeah, leave a comment below. Let me know of your thoughts. And other than that, I want to say thank you for watching. Thanks for all the support. If you like these kind of casual reviews, there are a whole lot of others on the channel. Please go have a watch. Yeah, take it easy. Take care. And I'll catch you all soon. Until then, ta-ta. Ake out.